Oh guys, I'm back playing Blackout with my friend Kevin.
Infiltrate, engage, and destroy.
Yo. I'm not gonna go live right now. Go live later. Alright, let's go. Where are we gonna go? I mean, I already know where we're gonna go.
In my face like I'm Doodle Bob jumping.
Jumping. That pussy like you. Born on first row. Gonna be the key that's different stuff. AK-47. I'm gonna land in this barn so you can get enough loot. No! I got loot, but I need my loot. AK-47 on my first row.
Auger DMR right off of the bat, level 2 armor.
Let me finish up.
Auger DMR, it's that really good gun.
I got level 2 armor too. Ooh.
Jumping
Yeah.
in my face like I'm Doodle Bob.
What else touch AK-47 on my arm.
Potential collapse detected. Advise relocation to indicated safe zone.
Here's your baby daddy, I'm your baby mom, kiss your mom, shoot you in your tongue, mama blog, I'm not gonna stop. Yeah, you get job. Yeah, ooh, skirt. Ooh, got that RC car right off the bat. Jumping in my face like I'm Doodle Bomb. It's not pushing like I'm scuba dog. Jumping on my butt. Jumping in my face like I'm Doodle Bob. Okay. I'm scuba dog.
Got a little over here.
Yeah.
There's people here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is looted. There's an icy heart in here if you want it.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Walking in my face like I'm Doodle Bomb. Walking. Do you see people? Kevin?
Yeah.
Where? Oh, I see him?
I can't see nothing.
No, he can't see nothing. Oh my god! For real, dude. This is so annoying. Like, why do they always gotta do that, dude? Look, oh, he had the tactical though. No, that's the same one as me. But I think he took the barrel off, did he? No. Yeah, his is the tactical, mine's just the normal. So where'd he put all the attachments on here?
How I can spin in.
What the hell? Why?
Supply drop inbound.
Dude, how you were shooting at me, now you don't even want to fight me? Did they fix the box yet, or is it still like not there?
There's someone there, there's someone there, there's someone there.
Where?
I think he locked the door.
No, it's probably a zombie.
You see him?
Where?
Oh man, it's probably a zombie. I don't
Oh, no, yeah, I see him.
Right to the left.
Yeah, I see him.
Right there. Right there. Finish everyone. There's more people though. Like behind you, watch out. There's more people behind you. There was like more people, yeah, that way. Jumping. Man, in the water! Yeah, how could you miss out? There's more people ahead of or whatever. People will get that boy.
Net call. Supply
Nah,
drop
boy. Don't run from me, boy. Ah, yeah, what the hell does it say? Ah, boy. Oh my god, Trent, you're so funny.
Come here, boy! You ain't running. Dude, he thought he was gonna get away from me. I just hopped right back onto my helicopter and started running after him.
Come on, boy.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Come on, boy.
Dude.
I can hear someone. I couldn't tell. Something. Definitely like a Bo4 like a bigger thing that you can stop. Oh yeah, actually. Yeah, you gotta get behind that tree if you want protection. The frick? Oh yeah. Let him peek again, Bait him out.
Dude, you see what I mean? How this gun's OP?
Oh, there's another one on top. Can you blow that shit up?
He revived. Oh, he has level 3.
Oh my god.
I'm a fucking beast right now, dude. Get out my face, boy. Get out my face, boy.
How much kills do you have?
5, yeah.
6 people spectating you. Holy crap. That gun's so good.
I know, bro. Did you see me just completely like? Oh, bro, there's a boat. I have no armor though. Oh, there's
To your
another
left.
trap.
To your left. No. What's the other guy's loot?
Further collapse expected. Travel to indicated safe zone.
You're gonna get the other guy's loot, did you?
No, yeah, I got the one that was way down there. I got him earlier.
It's gonna be like PUBG, there's a lot of people left.
Yeah.
So what did they have to finish me?
Damn, I mean, at least I'm going off right now. Can maybe clutch him. Damn, I just dagger dick this one people though. There we go, that's what I was looking for. I'm gonna just camp up here. Should I?
Circle. Circle. And it's pretty, like, not that far, but... there's a four-wheeler. To your right. Yo, you're blind.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
There's people to your left. I heard gunshots.
Yeah, I mean, this thing's so loud I can't hear anything, so... All I can hear is...
I can hear them. They're all the way to the left. You should camp them there.
No, there's too many windows.
Oh yeah, I saw someone back here.
Or to my right?
Yeah, by like the orange house.
Yeah, yeah. No. I think I just saw that garage door open. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can...
Let him push over. No, don't push.
No, I know.
Push that.
Uh-oh. He had level 3. He has level 3, dude. Damn. Dude. His teammate was down. Oh, someone got him, though. Damn, bro. I had like 5-6 kills. Jumping.
I want to Scarlet.
You said you what? Want to be Scarlet?
Yeah, I want to use her.
Jumping.
Why is your name like a cute?
Why is it what? Jumping. Eat the pussy looking scuba bob. Doodle bob. Jumping. Jumping. Eat that. Jumping.
Can you start it up?
Oh, bro, I see my other controller. Down in this couch. Got it. What?
Start it up.
I'm in one.
I'm not.
What the hell is happening, dude?
Alright, I left. Can you just join me?
Jump in. Eat that pussy like I'm Scuba.
Join me. What up, put your lick off in a beta babe?
You gotta make it duo.
Hey, you do it.
There. Jump in. Eat that pussy like I'm Scuba now.
How the hell you level 8?
Top 5s.
So you need to get top 5 a lot to like get higher level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna play top 5 right now.
Jump in that pussy like I'm Scuba. Here, baby, mama, laying next to me. I'm man flexing from your groceries. Ooh. Huh? I'm out rolling through the streets because I'm a beauty and you're the fucking beast.
Oh.
Gang, dun dun. Mr. Bouncer, the Bo4.
Blackout. Mission area is hot. Weapons free.
What the frick, dude? Are you in a game?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Oh my god, dude. I cannot reach. I'm getting off.
Bro, join me. You gotta join me. And your baby mama right next to me. Pussy's so sweet.
But I don't do. Go. Start it up.
Are you in it?
I'll play right now. Hold on. No, are you?
Are you still on like the main screen?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I'm not going out to see.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna go play like Black Ops Zombies. I wanna play zombies. I wanna play zombies of Black
Does
Ops.
Black Ops still have zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not out.
It's not like the beta.
No, but it's the Black Ops. I'm dying like a month or less.
The whole place filled up with smoke and
What's
everybody's
today?
ears
Like
popped.
what?
It was like
I've been to
the whole place was clogged up like a thunderstorm full of
No,
smoke.
dude, that's a regular game.
It was
The beta
should
was
go
like
instead of waiting to buy the $60 game, just buy one little bit and get the beta and like 1,000 cookies. Have you guys seen any of the DLC weapons yet?
No.
Dude, I don't you think one of them is gonna be the locust?
Maybe.
Most likely. after this game. Alright.
It rips a diagonally shaped gash from the 84th to the 78th floors. The South Tower lasts only 56 minutes before it succumbs at 9:59 a.m. A dust cloud billows outward for blocks. Victims stagger away. At 10:28, the television mast atop the North Tower spears straight down.
Once the collapse started, there really wasn't any way to stop it. It was just going to go all the way down once it got started.
Chaos in New York City. Power is down over Manhattan.
I was inviting him. Why didn't he join?
Phone lines jammed with more than 230 million calls. Hundreds of firefighters trapped in the towers. Hundreds more race to the scene. Falling debris from the collapse of the North and South Towers ignites fires in the neighboring buildings of the World Trade Center. World Trade 4, 5, and 6 are ablaze. World Trade 7, the building housing the city's command center, burns unchecked for 7 hours. At 5:20, it collapses. The city's emergency nerve center is destroyed.
Somewhere in that time, it's very hard to keep track of time during this. They had been ordered to evacuate number 7 by the Port Authority. To this day, we don't know who gave that order, but whoever it was saved a lot of people's lives.
With New York a war zone, some residents walk across the Brooklyn Bridge to get out of the city. Others seek escape in vessels piloted by the Army Corps of Engineers. At 7:45 p.m., the New York Police Department says 78 officers are missing and estimates that 200 firefighters are dead. At 10:56 p.m., police officials say they believe there are victims alive in the rubble of the World Trade Center.
Working with urban search and rescue teams, there was a lot of areas to be searched underneath the debris field. There were
You can
voids
just
that
pre-order it on your PS4 right now.
might be September 11, 2001.
So you can have a what?
Longest and most tragic day
So
in
we can
New
have a
York's
disc,
history
so me and my dad
is
can
drawing
both
to a
play
close.
Black Ops. Oh. Is Blackout way more fun than Fortnite? Like on a scale, Fortnite I think on a scale of 1 to 10 is 8. So that means Blackbout's up now. There's Blackout at 410.
10.
Shoot. So I'll be right back.
On September 11th, I turned on the television to check the weather, and the first thing I saw was an airplane crashing into the World Trade Center. I immediately thought of Tom. The telephone rang. I looked at the caller ID and knew that it was Tom's cell phone, so I clicked over, and the first thing I said was, "Tom, you're okay," thinking he was calling from the ground.
No, I'm not. I'm on United Airlines Flight 93 from New York to San Francisco, and the plane's been hijacked. Yes, I'm in the air. Just listen. They have a bomb on board. They've already knifed a guy. One of them has a gun. Please call the authorities.
And he hung up. I was terrified. I didn't know who to call. I thought, my goodness, who do you call for a hijacking? I reached for a phone book and started flipping through the blue pages trying to find a government official's number. And I thought, okay, I don't have time to do this. So I called 911 thinking that they could tell me who to call. And my first thought was, they're going to think I'm a lunatic. And they transferred me to a couple of different people. The fourth person was an FBI agent in Washington, D.C., and I told him the story.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is the captain. Please sit down. What was that?
The phone rang again on call waiting. I clicked over and it was Tom.
They're in the cockpit. The guy they knocked is dead. I tried to help, but I couldn't get a pulse. Yes, he's a passenger.
I then told him about both towers of the World Trade Center being hit, and he relayed that information to the people around him.
Oh my God, it's a suicide mission at the World Trade Center. Okay, tell me everything you can. What were the planes like that crashed into the World Trade Center? Were they commercial planes?
I told him that several airplanes were being hijacked up and down the East Coast, that they had all originated on the East Coast.
How many planes? There were definitely 2 planes. With what airlines? What time did this happen? Who are these hijackers? Where are they from? Do we know who's involved?
At one point, I asked Tom if he could tell where he was.
Wait a moment. I can't tell. I can see a field. We're turning around. We're taking back to New York. We're going back to the World Trade Center. No, wait. We're going back the other way. We're headed south. Okay, I have to go.
I thought about calling him back, and was afraid to. Afraid that if his telephone did ring, it would draw attention. And so I sat there holding my telephone, waiting for him to call me.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like you all to remain seated. There is a bomb on board. We are turning back to the airport. We have our demands, so please remain quiet.
Please remain seated, sir. Please remain seated. Please remain seated. Please don't panic. Please do not panic. Please remain seated. Stay calm. Yeah, we're calling the captain. Remain seated with your seatbelts fastened. That was simplistic. Please.
Move now! Get out now! Move! Get out! To the back! Move now! Move! Go up! Up there! Go! Back! Back! Move! Back! Move! Back! Move! Move!
No, it's not good. There's bad men on the plane and they say they have a bomb. Let me talk to Liz, yeah? Lizzie? The hijackers have taken over a plane. They say they have a bomb and they're gonna blow it out.
And our call was, it started at 9:37 and went to 10:03. So it's about 27 minutes on the phone. You know, we just started saying, I love you, and it was endless. You know, we just back and forth, back and forth. He was the one that actually started saying, I love you, because when I picked up the phone, I panicked. I said, oh my God, not a bomb. I think I might have screamed, and, you know, and started crying, and then we just started saying it back and forth over and over again.
I love you. Love you. I 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 love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. You know I love you. I love you more than anything. I love you more. I've always loved you. You know I love you. 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 I love you so much. I know I love you. I love you. I love you too. I love you. I love you. You know I've always loved you. From the first moment I saw you, I love you. I love you so much. I love you.
It was just, I think, a intense pouring out of emotions. It allowed us to really kind of calm ourselves. It was so important for us to be incredibly strong for the other at that time.
I love you. I love you.
Mentally, I was strong. Physically, I can remember holding the phone because my arms were, I was shaking violently. But somehow, it's Jeremy. I love him so much. Of course, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make this as okay as it can be in such a situation.
There's three of them. They're Arab looking, Iranian possibly. Got red headbands on, and one of them is standing in the aisle. He's got a sash with a red bag around his waist. It says there's a bomb in it. Closer to the back of the plane, I'm sitting in the last row. You don't know what's going to happen. I just heard that other hijackers have crashed planes into the World Trade Center. Is that true? What they're going to do to our plane, honey?
Honey, are you there? Jack, pick up, please.
Well, I was asleep. We turned the ringer on the phone off and the telephone upstairs because of the time zone differences. be at family or friends when it's 9 o'clock in New York and it's really 6 a.m. on the West Coast. So I never heard the phone.
Honey, are you there? Jack, pick up, please. I just wanted to tell you that I love you. We're having a little problem with the plane.
She stopped herself a couple of times when she started to say I or I'll, meaning she wanted to say I'll call you later or I will call you back. And I think she sensed that maybe that wouldn't be possible, so she stopped herself.
I just love you very, very much. I'm fine, totally fine for now. I just wanted to tell you I love you. There's just a little problem with the plane. I'm comfortable and okay for now. Just a little problem. Please tell my family I love them. Love you. Goodbye.
The first message was Lauren saying that she was catching the earlier flight, that she'll be home at such and such time, and that she looked forward to seeing me. And then the second message was the message from the airplanes. I pretty much, when I heard her second message, dropped to my knees and wailed. I knew that there was probably a good chance that her plane had either crashed or was about to crash or would be crashed. She was just so calm and courageous.
I've got my arms around you, and I love you. Let's just be together here.
I can feel your arms around me. I love you too.
So I said, let's just look out the window at the beautiful blue sky and take some deep breaths together. And we did. And it was amazing, because within just a few breaths, she was calm. And so we were together, and a lot of the time we were quiet. And it was just peaceful between us. No crying, no hysteria, no yelling.
Gosh, I'm not even talking. Woman sitting next to me gave me the phone and said to call home. Do you know what's happening?
I said no, because I felt the only way I could be calm and be the best mother I could be was to say no. And I felt like if it was important for her to discuss it with me, she would still go ahead and discuss it. But I just didn't want it to be about me. I wanted it to be unselfish. And I knew I would end up being a crying, clinging mama.
Mom, it hurts me that this is going to be harder on you all than it is on me.
And I think that's a perfect example of Elizabeth's unselfishness, that in the midst of all of that, she could be thinking about the impact of it on us.
Give my love to Tom and Sarah. I don't know how they're going to cope. Tell them that I love them.
And that was the beautiful thing that she was really going through a transformation while we were on the phone. I just feel like she was really releasing her life.
And then finally, I think I said, honey, you need to do it.
Let's go put that some butter knife and break this out of me. Look, please. Do you mind? Would you help me? Will you say the Lord's Prayer with me?
I didn't hesitate to recite it with them.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, and thy will be done.
We recited it word for word.
Give us this day our daily bread.
But we did it in a calm voice. We did it together, very calmly. And I think that just gave him the strength, because after that, that's when he told me that he's going out on his faith. And they're going to jump the guy with the bomb. I told him I would stand behind him. That's what he chose to do.
Phil, be sure to raise the kids right. Tell them I love them. Give them a big hug from me. Well, hopefully I will be back soon, Love, but
I told her not to worry. We'd take care of everything. She'd be okay.
just remember, I love you, and I've been so happy with you. I love you too. They're getting ready to break into the cockpit. I have to go. I love you. Goodbye.
It was excruciating. I think, mother feels like you're supposed to be able to keep your children safe. I could love her, but I couldn't keep her safe.
You guys gonna do it? Yes? All of us? Yeah? What we should do about it? I'm gonna give it a shot. Listen, I'm gonna leave the phone right here, yeah? I'll be right back. I love you.
So Jeremy said his goodbyes to Liz, and at the end she said, he said he'll be back. You take the phone, and she couldn't listen anymore. So I took the phone, and it was probably 45 seconds of silence.
Oh, God, please help us. Help us. I love you. I love you. I love you.
And we said a prayer, and then I can just hear the commotion in the background. I can hear the passengers screaming, and she resisted, and at that point she was saying they're getting ready to do it.
They're getting ready to do it, baby.
Diving. I mean, just a mass of people with a scream. And I presumed at that point that there was some type of struggle going on. That the plane was diving or turning or flipping.
Voices and just excitedly, like a confrontation.
time was kind of so terrible I didn't want to share it. I mean, I still hear the noise every now and then. So it's not something that I talk about a lot.
September 11, 2001, 15 men from Saudi Arabia, 2 from the United Arab Emirates, 1 from Lebanon and 1 from Egypt hijacked 4 aircraft from 3 different airports along the United States East Coast. 2 of them were then flown into the World Trade Center buildings in New York. 1 of them flew into the Pentagon building in Washington, D.C., while the 4th crashed into a field in Pennsylvania. In total, 2,996 people died that day, and the world was changed forever in just under 2.5 hours. The US government blamed the terrorist group Al-Qaeda for the attack and their leader Osama bin Laden for recruiting and bankrolling the hijackers. That is the official story. But over the years, people have questioned this narrative. These so-called truthers believe that the US government not only knew about the attacks, but perhaps even orchestrated them themselves. And they claim to know how and why they did it. So, who really was behind 9/11? Within the truthers movement, there are a lot of different theories, so we're going to cover just a few of the main ones that have been hotly debated over the years. Firstly, truthers say the US government used controlled thermite explosions to bring down the towers. The burning jet fuel that supposedly melted the steel beams burns between 426 and 850 degrees. That's a lot cooler than the 1,510 degrees needed to melt the Twin Towers steel supports. They say only thermite is hot enough to do that. Also, they point out the puffs of air that were seen as the towers collapsed, and so that's proof of a controlled explosion happening on certain floors just below the collapsing building. Well, those on the other side have answers for that too. They say for thermite to melt through a vertical steel beam, it would need special high temperature containment to stop the molten iron from just dripping off and doing no more damage. Now, they admit the burning jet fuel also wasn't hot enough to melt the building's steel beams, but they were hot enough to weaken them. That's the crucial thing. Add to that tons of combustible materials that were in the office buildings, and the beams were weak enough to collapse. The floors below could simply no longer support the weight from above, and those puffs of air were not from controlled explosions, but rather from the crashing floors expelling air as they fell. Each floor of the Twin Towers was about a quarter of a mile in size, and all that air had to be released somehow. Okay, but why then did World Trade Center Building 7 collapse? 7 hours after the Twin Towers fell, this totally separate 47-story building came down. It was nearby, but had not been hit by a plane, and somehow still managed to collapse into its own footprint 7 hours later. Again, the truthers believe thermite was to blame. They say that at one point it looked as if the building was in free fall as it came down, which shouldn't be possible, as the building's support should have resisted and slowed down the collapse. So how could this have happened unless it was through controlled demolition? Well, the official story is that yes, World Trade Center Building 7 was not hit by a plane, but it was hit by a 110-story skyscraper as it collapsed, one of the Twin Towers. This sparked severe fires for hours in the building that weakened a critical support column inside. The fires were very fierce and went unchecked by firefighters for hours and hours, eventually weakening more and more exterior metal beams until the floors began to cave in, causing the collapse. But still, why were they in free fall for those seconds? Well, it actually happened in 3 stages. The first stage, the building began to buckle and only fell a few feet because the columns were starting to break. Then, with no columns to hold up those floors, they began to free fall for 8 stories. Eventually, though, they did slow to below free fall speed as they collapsed into non-buckled structures at the bottom of the building. Other truthers then ask, why did the Air Force not take down the planes beforehand? The government's NORAD system should have issued a stand-down order to the planes as soon as they veered off course.
Good enough to face off today? Huh? Yeah? Alright. Maybe you and I will throw the ball a little bit this afternoon, okay? Do you know anybody that wants some bacon?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who? Ashton? You? What time did you get up? Like super early or?
8:30.
Oh, you should have woke me up. I would have started breakfast. I'm going to make some bacon in the pan for us for breakfast, and I'm going to make some smoked bacon, okay? And then this afternoon, you blow your nose real good, practice some face-offs, okay? You need some medicine, or are you okay?
I'm fine.
Get your notebook quiz done, okay? After we eat breakfast, cool? Do you think you need a kiss, too?
Nope.
No? Bums me out, man. I remember when you